Hey everyone, it's Wednesday Adams. Just here to say goodnight to all of you and also to just talk about some things that have been on my mind. As always, there's always something on my mind. I'm a deep thinker. So um, I guess I guess what kind of blows my mind is just for one, how many MAGA are in this country. And if you think about it, I mean, look at this. It's a four-letter word, quite like Nazi. But yet they like to point the finger at us and then call us communist when I bet you anything, if you ask them what communist means, they probably have no freaking idea. Um, which I find pretty funny, but at the same time not, just because it goes to show the lack of education, that the education system failed them, or they just didn't pay attention. Maybe they were too busy staring at some girl's ass in class or something like that. Who knows? But anyway, we had our weekly visibility protest, which we currently are using the same message. I'm not really sure why we use the same message every week for a month straight. Maybe it's because we don't have enough letters, or we don't have the resources to interchange the letters every week to make a new statement. So our statement of the month is Black boys deserve to grow up, which obviously is, it sounds like it's specific to Black boys, but it's a general term for our Black children in America, that they deserve the same rights as everybody else. And it's an equality statement. Okay, so we had a couple agitators, which always happens. Even in the blue state of Illinois, you still get that one person or two that talks about mail-in voting being a problem, and it should be eliminated. And thankfully, my ally addressed this with this individual. I was going to say something, but she stepped up first and said that there's literally hardly any real voter fraud, because that's what this individual was claiming, that there's voter fraud, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, I'm from Chicago, and you don't know what it's like out there. I hope Bailey gets elected. Dumbass. Bailey's not going to get elected. So just my 2 cents. And then we had another car drive by and was like, he couldn't see the message on the board because it was facing the other way. And he said, what does it say? What does your message say? And I told him, I was like, Black boys deserve to grow up. To which he just drove off really fast, which goes to show where he stands in that area, which is a damn shame. My next door neighbor who watched my son for the protest, she's Black. She's the sweetest lady. I have a really good relationship with her. I trust her, obviously, with my kids. I don't understand where this racism, where this hate is coming from, against people's skin color. Why does it matter? We're all human. I was actually just telling my therapist, I was telling her, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't care if somebody was green. If their skin was green, I would still be their friend, because we're all human. And while that might not be a normal skin color, if they were a human, you know what? I'm a friend to all. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. But if you start spewing hatred and you start spewing bigoted remarks, I'm going to call you on it. That's why I love this shirt. I love to wear it because, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. And MAGA acts like a bunch of hateful, racist bigots. So it is what it is. I guess my video is kind of about... So essentially I was going to do a video about trauma, which I already did, and I'm going to most likely upload it. I'm going to forewarn everybody that it is talking about some of the things that I went through throughout my life, all the way back to when I was a child, and something that happened to me as a child, and why I hate PDFs so much. My metaphors in that video are terrible, so you're gonna have to just kind of bear with me on that. But this video is about what Project 2025, what this regime / administration, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it a regime because that's what it is. Okay, so what they're doing is divide and conquer, which is one of the oldest tricks in the authoritarian playbook. They are trying to divide the American people, and it's working. People are fighting both in party and with the opposing party. So we are just fighting everywhere with each other. And that's got to stop. It's got to stop. Because we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere with this shit, fighting with each other. We need to find common ground. I know I talked about that in another video, but we really do. We have to realize that we are the poor. We are the working class. We are living paycheck to paycheck. We are losing things. We are losing our benefits. The VA is fucking people over left and right that served our country, that actually upheld their oath to the Constitution. And they're getting effed over. And then people like the J6ers who committed insurrection on our country are being rewarded for their terrible behavior. Everything is so backwards in America. And I try to be hopeful. But it is dark. It is very dark in America right now. It is not looking hopeful. Trump's already trying to rig the midterms. He's blatantly ignoring the Supreme Courts. He's ignoring Congress. He clearly shows that he feels he's not going to be held accountable. And I believe he may not be held accountable by Congress. He may not be held accountable by the Supreme Court. He can be held accountable by us, but we need to be more organized. We need to have more, and I say this because we should have more protests. I say this because this is how we build our community, is getting together with one another and talking face to face. We need more of that. Protests, while it may feel like they're not doing very much, they are bringing people together. And then, you make a conscious effort to try to be kind and try your best not to fight with people. Maybe they don't have the exact same political beliefs as you, but try not to attack them over it. We cannot police each other on what one another believes. Like, I don't fully 1000% agree with the defund the police thing, but I do see why people want to. The police are brutalizing people every single freaking day. Black, white, Hispanic, Indian, it doesn't matter. They are brutalizing people. ICE is kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps. I don't care what you think. They do not deserve that. They deserve due process as stated in the Constitution. Either we have a Constitution or we don't, guys. So in the Constitution, Trump has already committed enough offenses to be impeached. Representative Al Green, the only brave member of Congress, the only brave member, he is honoring his oath to the Constitution, and he is filing articles of impeachment. Oh my goodness. Bear with me. I want to say HRES. Oh gosh. I'm not 100% sure, but go to citizensimpeachment.com. They will have the articles on their website. You can also go to removetheregime.com and you can find it there. But these articles, and if I edit this video and I happen to find it, I will caption it above. So I'm assuming I'll be doing that shortly. But anyway, these articles, our congressmen are not going to take it seriously if we don't push for it. This is the point of my video. This is a call to action to all Americans. If you really want Trump out of office, like you all say you do, but you don't want to get off your phones, you don't want to stop living your lives and doing whatever you're doing, you think midterms are going to save us, I hate to tell you, but Trump has something else up his sleeve. I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's either going to enforce martial law or he is going to declare a state of emergency over nothing. He is delusional. He's already got a bunker, a nice comfy bunker, prepared for when shit hits the fan and, everybody comes after him because it's already too late and we're already in this dictatorship, which we are already, but it's not too late to fight back. It's getting late. This is why I'm encouraging you to press your reps, demand a meeting with them, or simply call them and tell them to vote yes on impeachment. Impeachment is patriotic. It is our only constitutional remedy for removing a wannabe tyrant. It is not 100% a solution to the problem in America because the problem is deep-seated within the American people. And I've come to realize that America is entitled. A lot of Americans are egotistical. A lot of Americans are white supremacists, live under the delusion of their Christianity is the only Christianity. And by the way, their Christianity is super off and wrong and hypocritical. And Jesus would not support it. Jesus would weep over these people. He would say to God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I'm just stating facts, guys. We are in trouble. The world is laughing at us. Our allies have turned their backs on us for the most part. There are a couple that still support Americans who are truly trying to do something about this problem. All it takes is a phone call. The area code 202-224-3121 is the number to reach your congressman. All you have to do is give them your zip code and they will connect you. Once I do my phone call, I will record it and I will upload it for you. Okay? It is very easy to do. You don't have to get into the specifics of why Trump needs to be impeached. It's pretty simple. He's committed treason. He's robbing the American people of our tax money to fund and support, the killings of Americans. He's, taking bribes. I'm trying to think here. The Epstein files is a big one, of the obstruction of justice with the Epstein files. When he campaigned on that being released, there are so many things that you could bring up to your congressman that you take issue with this administration. You could talk about your family's hardship and suffering and that you just want Trump removed for that reason. Anything. But you call your representative and demand that they vote yes on impeachment. Because Al Green is not only going to file articles of impeachment, bring them to the House floor, he is also going to invoke Rule 9. Rule 9 means that Congress has to make a vote on those articles of impeachment within, I think it's 24 to 48 hours. I'm not 100% sure. But we need to do this. It's a starting point. Trump needs to be impeached. He needs to be removed now. I have all sorts of thoughts on my feelings about MAGA. So, as you can see, my hat says Deport MAGA. And of course, I purposely got a red hat for that, to kind of throw people off a little bit. Like, hey, she's wearing a red hat. Oh, shit. She must be a MAGA. And they might see MAGA on it. And then all I got to do is go. Because that is really how I feel. America would be a much better place if we just deported all the racists, if we deported all the bigots, all the Zionists, all the people who want to hurt innocent people. Because these people that are getting put into camps, I hate to break it to y'all, but they're not criminals. 90-something% of them are innocent. Okay? And me, I'm a humanity lover. I love all human beings. I want to love MAGA, but they make it kind of hard. Especially when they're throwing insults and slurs all over the place. And, supporting ICE. And acting super uneducated. And apparently they have no, either they don't know anything about the Constitution or they just plain don't care. But I'm sick and tired of it. But I can tell you, I do not believe that even half of America is MAGA. I do believe that the cancer, the disease of MAGA, is spreading among Americans and abroad. And this is a big concern of mine. As much as I would like for it to stay in America, it has spread to Canada. There are Canadians, and I'm ashamed to say this, but there are Canadians that are in support of ICE, that want to be the 51st state. And I've seen posts from these Canadians in regards to that. And we got to stop this. And there's another thing I want to address quickly. So all of you know about the woman that killed her 3 children. I believe her name is Lindsay Clancy, maybe. Anyway, I'm only bringing this up because the women and a few men that are in support of Lindsay Clancy getting let off lightly or getting mental health help as opposed to a prison sentence, these people are getting labeled as liberals. And that boils my blood. I do not believe that all Americans that are supporting this monster, I'm sorry, that's my opinion. I do not believe, see, I went through postpartum depression. I have 2 boys. With my youngest, I went through it real bad. And it does go on for months. And, there were times where I wanted to hurt myself, but I can tell you I never wanted to hurt my children. And if I did, yes, I would say something. If I was having those thoughts, I would say something. My point, and I also thought about adoption. Adoption was super heavy on my mind. I got through it though. I'm not saying that things aren't hard ever with him. He is autistic and things are very hard a lot of the time, but I got through it. And most women will get through it. There are psycho women out there that for whatever reason think it's okay to kill their kids and then blame it on mental illness. No. Those are not liberal women and men. Those are sick individuals. From what I understand, there was mental health help available for her, that she was prescribed medications and she did not take them. I just cannot understand supporting somebody who has killed their children. So this country is really fucked up. There are a couple of us here, I want to say more than half, that's just how I feel and what I believe, that are sane Americans, that believe in the Constitution, that believe in freedom and justice for all, that believe in due process for these people that are, being kidnapped and abducted from their homes and ripped away from their families and their kids, and the kids being put in these camps and forced to sleep on the floor, being fed food with mold and maggots and whatever else is happening to them. It's all terrible, terrible shit. ICE is SS Nazi Gestapo. And any of you that can support that or do support that, one day history is going to say something about this. And you're going to say, I wasn't a part of that. But you were. And in your heart, you're going to know that you supported MAGA and that you supported Trump and that you cheered on ICE. While those of us feeling the pain of our neighbors and our friends and our fellow Americans who are trying to stop the madness, the hate, the bigotry, those of us trying to stop it, and you constantly ridiculing us, attacking us, whatever else, like Jake Lang, he's making a real great name for himself right now. Oh boy. I mean, history is literally taking notes on all of this stuff. And yeah, it's not going to be pretty for MAGA. And this is going to be one of those, let's not mention his name in the future moments. Just my 2 cents. I know it's long, but sometimes a girl got a rant. Okay? We can do better. Call your reps. Keep resisting. This fellow American is with you. Patriotism is resistance. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. All men are created equal. Okay? There is no black, white, brown. We are all human beings. Let's start acting like it. You're grown-ass people. Quit acting like you're freaking in grade school, gossiping, you know, the freaking drama. Or high school. I guess high school is a better comparison. Quit with the high school drama. You're all grown. Learn some compassion, learn some love. Do better. All right?